We are discussing today about our country, India, the country we live in, that is our country. In the north, we can see, if we think about the India map, what we can imagine about. We can see that the northern part of India, that is covered by snowy mountains, the Himalayan range divided into three parts. But the entire northwest to northeast and the northern part, that is covered with Himalayan mountain. And we can think then the west of India, western side of India, the place where Mumbai is located, the place of Maharashtra, then Kerala, these all Karnataka, these is the western side of India. We can see Arabian Sea. Then the southern part of India, we can see that it is Indian Ocean, the only ocean named after one country. And then in the eastern part, we can see Bay of Bengal. So, if we think about the shape of India, it is like this. This is known as a peninsula. That means one part is connected with the land, the one side only, and rest three side of the country that is covered by water bodies. So India is a peninsula. The southern part of India, it is a peninsular country. We can see that. And India has an area of 3.2 million square kilometer. This is for your information. This is the total area of India, that is 3.28 million square kilometer. Coming to we have what we don't have in India. If you see Indian peninsula, the subcontinent of India, we can see we have mountains, we have the desert in the western areas, western region, we have the plains in the northern plains. We have that is in Indo-Gangetic plains in the northern, just next to the Himalayan mountain. We have the plain, then we have the coastal region, we have islands like Andamans, we have islands like Lakshadweep, and as well as we have the plateau region, that is the Deccan Plateau, the Chotanagpur Plateau, and Central Plateau region. So in a country, we can experience almost every type of landform in India. India is blessed by a climate that is called as monsoon climate. The word monsoon, from where we got this monsoon rain, we are getting adequate rainfall in our country. This is the second most populous country as a result. After China, this is as per the population, India stands second. Location of India, we can see it is entirely in the northern hemisphere, from 8.4 degree north to 37 degree 6 minute north. In between, we can see the Tropic of Cancer, that is 23.5 degree north, that is also passed through India. And if we see this location, we can easily understand that this Tropic of Cancer actually divided into India into two parts, that is North India and South India. It is almost passing through the middle of India. Next, we are coming to the longitudinal views, that is 68 degrees 7 minute east to 92 degree 25 minute east. You can see the variation here from 68 to 92. Wow, we will be calculating the time. So as a result, we can see the 67 degree, that is the easternmost part of India, that is Arunachal Pradesh, to 92 degree 25, that is the westernmost part. Whatever the difference of the time, the longitudinal values we have calculated, there's a reason a standard mean time, that is 82.5 degree east latitude, which is passing through Allahabad. which we have accepted as our standard Indian Standard Time, and the difference between GMT and Indian Standard Time is 5 hours 30 minutes. Coming to the neighbors of India, we can divide the neighbors, whatever we have, our neighbors, we can divide them into two ways. One, those who are connected to the landform, and those who are separated by the water bodies, they are island neighbors. So, if we see that the neighbors who are connected, who are sharing our land boundary, we can see 7 countries, those who are sharing our land boundaries. They are Pakistan, they are Nepal, China, then Afghanistan, and Bhutan, the Bangladesh and Myanmar. The countries which are sharing the water boundaries, they are Sri Lanka and Maldives. We can say that these two are island neighbors of India. Sri Lanka and India, they are connected by Pak Strait, the thin line which was once called as Nal Setu also. By Pak Strait, it is connected with India. So, where we can see Sri Lanka, we can see Sri Lanka here, this southern part of India, and here the connection, a very narrow connection, that is not land, it is actually covered with ocean, the Bay of Bengal. This part of this area is known as Pak Strait. Now, we are coming to the physical divisions. If we see the physical divisions, what we can see? We can see here mountains, as we have discussed the mountains, the Himalayan mountains. We can experience it at the northernmost side of India, from the west to northeast. The entire region is covered by Himalayan mountain, and the next after the Himalayan mountain, we know that we have the northern plain. The Indus river and the Ganga, these two are responsible for forming the northern plain just down to the Himalayan region. This is a vast area which is densely populated. Maximum number of people in India, they reside in this area. It is highly enriched for its agricultural values also. The western part of India, that is in Rajasthan, we have a desert, the Thar desert we can see in the western part of India. And then from the middle to the down of India, that entire region, we know it as a plateau. This is the Deccan Plateau, one of the oldest plateau of India. Deccan Plateau is this plateau region. We can divide it into 3 parts: Chota Nagpur Plateau, Central Plateau, and the Deccan Plateau region. This plateau region, we can see that. Next, we can see the coastal region in both the side, the western and the eastern side. This is the eastern coastal region, and this is the western coastal region. Both these coastal regions, they pointed in one part in India, the southernmost part of India. They joined in that part of India. We can see many rivers in India, mostly in the northern North India. The major important rivers are Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. Indus and Ganga, as I told you, that is caused the northern plain. At the same time, northeastern plain is formed by Brahmaputra river. So Brahmaputra and Ganga, both of them, they joined together and they made the biggest delta in the world, that is the Bangladesh and India delta. Sundarban and Bangladesh, they joined together, and if we consider that entire delta area, that is the biggest delta in the world. Here we are coming about the coral island. The coral they are the tiny marine animals with their scales. One island is formed that is known as Lakshadweep. By the name only it is telling it is made by coral. Lakshya means it is an Indian language. Lakshya, that in English we can call it as coral. So it is a coral island, that is Lakshadweep, situated in the western part of India. This is the physical division as a whole, which we will be discussing even in the next chapter. So what are the major physical divisions of India? The major physical divisions, we have northern mountain, that is Himalayas, Himalayan mountain. Then we have the northern plain, the Indo-Gangetic plain. We have the desert, that is the Thar desert in Rajasthan. We have the plateau area, the Deccan plateau area. Then we have the coastal plains, eastern and western coastal plain, and we have the islands, that is Andaman and Nicobar Island in the eastern side, and in the western side we have Lakshadweep Island. The boundaries with 7 countries, what are those 7 countries? That they are sharing boundaries with India, land boundaries. Remember, whenever they are asking about the boundaries, it will be the land boundary. And the island friends of us, they are only 2. They are Sri Lanka and Maldives. So total 9 countries we can say, 7 of them who are sharing the land boundary. Those 7 are Pakistan, then Afghanistan, China, Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh and Myanmar. These are the 7 countries which are sharing land boundaries with India. The island friends, the island neighbors are Maldives and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka and India is joined with a small strait that is known as Pork Strait. Next, let us discuss about the delta region made by Ganga and Brahmaputra. Ganga river, as it is flowing from here, and the Brahmaputra is covering this area. This delta, they joined and they made a delta region, which is the biggest delta in the world, that is known as Bangladesh and Bengal delta. That is the biggest delta in the world. Sundarban and Bangladesh, the entire country, that is a part of that, they are the part of that delta, that is the biggest delta in the world. We have total 29 states and 7 union territories in India. The newly formed state Telangana, we can remember, we can see that that is the last formed state in India. So total 29 states and 7 union territories. The large number of people, we can see the maximum majority of the people in the northern plain region, and as it is very much suitable, India is an agricultural country and this northern plain is very much suitable for agriculture. Whereas on the other side we can see the plateau region, they are enriched in minerals. So we are getting minerals from this plateau region, and we are getting the agricultural facilities mostly in the plains. Then what are the islands we have? We have 2 islands, one in the eastern side, that is Andaman and Nicobar, and in the western side we have Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep, by the name we can see it is made by the tiny small marine animals, and their sails, their cover, their flints, so it is known as that is known as coral. So Lakshadweep is also called as a coral island also. That's all about our own country India at a glance. Next chapter we will be discussing more on the physical divisions of India.